everybody. Talking Togs today is my friend from BeScouted, the CEO of BeScouted. Well, I think of him as Devidas, but he also goes as David. But whatever he is, he's a great guy, and we're going to have a chat today about photography, about BeScouted, and all sorts of cool stuff. So, hello and welcome.
Hello, Great Britain,
And the rest of the world. Think of all the
and the
all
rest of
of
the world, of course,
Of
yes.
course, yeah. We ought to say, tell us a bit about where you are. Obviously, I'm in the UK. You're in what country are
I
you in?
am in Lithuania, in Vilnius.
Right, cool.
So,
And what's it like there? And we're recording this in November. So is it freezing cold yet, or what's it like?
I think it's pretty much the same as it is in London right now. It's not freezing yet, but it's rainy
Chilly.
and gloomy,
It's getting a
and
bit cold.
yes, it
So we've
is.
got our hats on. So it's hat weather.
Oh, yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for letting me wear this for this interview. So it's going to be very official and stuff, but
No, no, we're
I
just
don't part with it. Yeah.
yeah. Whenever I think of you, I think of you wearing that hat. So that's fine. And we're yeah, we're just chilled, and it's cool. It's all cool, mate. Um, so yes, so we've met each other. So we you've come over to Britain. We've done a few bits and pieces, photo shoot wise together. So we ought to
And I
say that
tasted
we're
your cake and stuff, yeah.
yeah. So we're not strangers to each other. So this is great because this chat makes it even easier because we know each other, and that's cool. But so tell us a bit more about you and your photography and stuff you get up to, and before and during the Scouted, as it were.
Well, probably as everybody, like most of the photographers nowadays, I didn't train to be a photographer myself. I had a business before, and then little by little, I ventured into photography, fell in love with it, like everybody else does, and bought myself an expensive DSLR. And I thought, well, now I'm a photographer. So, but it
Yeah,
happened so
and
that I took a few shots, and well, I understand that I am far, far from being a photographer and just doing some clicks. So I just starting learning Photoshop, started learning how to improve on my images and stuff. So it just got kind of naturally, and then it became my occupation for 4 years. I was doing commercial work, weddings, and you name it. It got me even to Bali for 4 months where I was shooting real estate. And this is
oh,
actually the
nice
place where this
location.
company, yeah, was born. Yeah. So this is a short introduction of how it all started.
Yeah. No, that's cool. No, I think it's because I love Biscouted. I'm a fan of it, and I kind of like it that the person behind it is, as it were, one of us, so to speak, is a creative who gets where we're coming from and knows what we're about, rather than someone sort of thinking, oh, this is a coming at it externally kind of thing. And I like that. That's really cool. So it's nice to know, um, what makes you tick on that on the creative front. So
Yeah, I think the reason for that is probably because, like many photography-based websites that try to serve the purpose, they come from some different background. They come from business and stuff. They know how to make money, at which yeah, we alive, so I can say we're not that good at making money at all. But this came from a need when I was at Bali, and I was trying to find models and makeup artists to do a photo shoot. And then I was trying to use different options available online because I did not know anybody in there, and I could not use my network. So I ran into a huge problem finding people for that photo shoot, and I thought, well, something has to be done about it. And once I got back, I just started looking for people who like shared the same idea and want to build it with me. So it's been like 4 years already, but we kind of progressing and pushing forward. So
no, it's good. It's things take time to develop, and it's kind of good that it was born out of a need. Kind of you had a scenario and you thought, oh, how could people in similar scenarios solve this issue, and Biscouted set off on its journey, and it's probably evolving as well because I've watched it for a while, and I know you've added features to it. And by the way, everybody that's watching, we're going to put the web address of BeScouted up and all the rest of it in the details, so you can check it out after listening and viewing. But basically, yeah, okay. Describe BeScouted to, in a nutshell, the sort of the essence of the website.
Yeah, the mission is to, well, my whole mission of BeScouted is to get people connected. And my main goal is to make a website where people can actually make a living of doing what they love, that is photography, be it a model or makeup artist or hairstylist or a photographer, doesn't matter. And even before I ran into this issue myself at Bali, I used to be approached by small to medium companies like or some brands that could not afford going to an agency and hiring a set of people over there to do some photography for the website or for the social feed or whatever, because usually it gets really expensive when you add all those overhead costs of agency and stuff. And agencies usually take like 50 to 70% of cut of the freelancers. And freelancers create 90% of content, of visual content in the world. So the idea was to make a platform where everybody can come up, create a casting, and get the whole team on set. So basically, since we don't have money like outsourced funding and stuff, it all goes by word of mouth. And the most activity is, of course, in Lithuania because I have a network here. And we had like 2,000 castings in the last year. Majority of them were successful, meaning that 60% of people who like posted a casting found what they were looking for. So I think it's a great achievement because I used Facebook and other websites for finding people for photo shoots, but the main problem is that you usually don't know into what kind of people you run into.
Yeah.
It has been happening like you have a photo shoot, you have 5 people waiting, and the model doesn't show up just like that. And then we eat cookies or cakes. Whatever.
Cakes. We like any mention of cakes. Always good on Talking Talks.
Yeah, it's still fun, but on BeScouted we have a reliability system
Yeah.
that is based on your participation in the castings, and if you fail to appear, you will get your reliability rating lowered down, and the other people who are considering you for a photo shoot will see that and will think twice if you have a low score. So, as yourself, you have 5 I saw, so you're pretty good.
So it's gonna be, well, it is now a global platform, but obviously it takes time to build up users and people to interact with it. It started in your country,
Yes.
in that sense, because obviously that's your backyard, so to speak. But also you came over to the UK and spread the word a bit over here, and I've kind of tried to in a small way because I like it. I genuinely like it, and I want others to get involved and enjoy it and use it. So hopefully Britain is gradually building up a little bit as a base, and then I guess there's other countries will discover it and engage with it. From my point of view, it works on, speaking just as a photographer that uses it, it works on different levels, because on one level you can set up a profile, and whether you're a photographer, makeup artist, whatever, and you can start adding your images to it. So you've got a little place where all your work is, and other people can, I think you call it promote, but it's the equivalent of a like type
Yes.
thing. So you can get feedback from other people in that sense. So you can see if your work's popular or whatever. So it has that function. But then there's the, as you say, creating projects to interact with others and get together. So it could be a collaboration project, or hopefully in the fullness of time, more businesses and brands will use it, and more commercial projects will come out of it. Plus, more recently, you've added other new features, and even this, and we'll talk a bit more about it in a minute, but this idea that and you understand it more than I do, but like this virtual currency thing, so you can get in effect, you can get payment for posting your images. So, and we'll talk about that a bit more in the fullness of time. But just that's just my kind of summing up, almost as a user, as it were, that it's got these different functions within it, which is cool.
Well, you
Um,
see, Tim, what we are doing, we are just building the tool,
mm,
and it is up to the community whether they like it or not, if they
yeah,
pick it up and use it or not, because we are not a funded startup that
no.
gets like 1 or 2 million, pays advertising, then they have a venture capital fund sitting on top of their head and telling what to do, which options to monetize. And usually you end up with a product that actually drains money from the freelance community instead of giving it back.
Mm.
So this was our choice to go self-funded and bootstrap it. If we took the money, we would be growing much faster because we would buy advertising and let everybody else know. But just saying that when I used to organize photo shoots on Facebook or other pages, it would usually involve like writing hundreds of messages to different people and trying to micromanage all of them. What I do now is I just create a casting for a project and I leave it. It takes me like 5 to 10 minutes to do this once you've done the first one. And I come back after like 1 day and I see like 30 to 40, 50 participants that want to participate. I just review the profiles and I approve the ones that I like based on their portfolio and their rating and stuff. So it really saves time.
Yeah.
But it would not work in UK right now because there is too little people in there. And
That
this is
aspect, just to jump in, that aspect, obviously, as the pool of creatives grows, what you're achieving and it's working beautifully in your country will work in all the other markets as it grows. But what I would say is, even without that function, which is a great function, and we obviously want that to help happen everywhere, um, there is still worth in it. It's still a good platform. I'm happy to have my work in this platform because people I speak to lots of photographers, and lots of photographers, especially where the subject matter is models and fashion and stuff like that. Um, there is some, I'm not going to name names, but there are some discontentment with some other alternatives in terms of the kind of environment, the quality, and stuff like that. Whereas this has got a level of, it's just got a nice feel to it. So when you see the other images, you think, well, I'm glad I'm part of this community because it's got nice work with clearly people that are involved in it are trying hard to make I mean, they may be hobbyists, they may be pros, they may be whatever, but they're all trying. The images you see are of a standard that you can tell people are putting an effort into what they're
well,
producing.
you see, there is a syndrome of a broken window. This is a psychology term. This is a scientific fact. And at first, when we started out, we were getting that kind of content that we didn't want to see on the platform. I don't know if this is the content that you're speaking of, but we had some soft moderation. I mean, nudity is allowed as long as it is tasteful. Any kind of image is allowed as long as it is of sufficient quality. I mean, it's just not like snapping a picture with your phone at like weird angle and just dropping it on the platform. And once we did that in the beginning, like the rest of the community picked up on it, and the new people that are coming in and they see that content and they think twice before posting something that is probably might not be well accepted in the community. As I said, we're just building the tool, the community forms and grows itself. So
Yeah,
it's,
but it's. I just wanted to say that I've encouraged others to join it, and they are happy to participate in it because I myself want to see certain things develop, but I know it takes time, especially without loads of financial backing. Things take longer. But what I'm saying is, I think it's something of merit, and I enjoy being part of it. And I'm going to try and attempt now to share the screen so that
please do.
we can kind of see a little taste of what we're chatting about here. So, just a sec.
Will I be able to see it too?
I hope so. This is Tim, remember? Hold on a sec. Duh, duh, duh. Um,
Oh, here you go. And I can see you. And I
ah,
can see Carla. Yes.
oh, okay, okay. So,
And I can see your $1. Okay.
great, high rolling Tim. Right. So this, hopefully, everyone that's viewing this video can see a little flavour of the website. So BeScouted, it's you can see here. This is where we are now. Is a page which has got a section for members, and it's broken down into different categories like models, actors, photographers, makeup artists, hairstylists, cinematographers, designers, retouchers, and so people that join put some information about what their key skills are and where they're located, country, etc., etc. And then you can build up your portfolio of images. So, for example, and these little stars, there's like a number next to the stars. This is a kind of like the equivalent of likes, isn't it? So I post a picture up, 10 people promote it, say, um, and then it'll add to the number of stars. And so this here, I think, is listed in order of popularity
Yes.
of
You can select the sort list on your right side, like most popular.
yeah.
Use
Oh
the most.
yeah. Okay. Okay. So I can see. Whoops. I've got I've got it ticked as most popular. So let's have a quick look at yours for a moment. Look, there's a picture of you without your hat on.
Say it again.
There's a picture of you without your hat on. Your
Oh
profile
yes,
picture.
yes. I'm hiding my beautiful haircut.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Well, disclose the secret to you. This is a photoshopped image. I found a guy with this haircut on the internet and put that hair on my head. So this is not my hair actually. So, but I like the styling. I can't have it, but yeah, at least in the image. That's why I love photography, you know.
yeah, well, of course, there is there's the different aspects of it. Here's some of your some of the photographs that you've taken yourself on the platform. There's some
Oh,
like
that is in London. Yeah,
yeah, there's some street photography here. There's a little bit in the underground there, which is cool. Um, oh, that's fun. That's a fun image.
yeah, the big and funny guys. I mean, he's so big, he looks so scary, but he has such a kind heart. Like it's like really
Ah,
hard to believe.
that's cool. So you kind of get the that's cool. You get the idea there, and then cinematographers. So you, for example, are listed yourself on the site with different skill sets. You're listed as a photographer, cinematographer, and retoucher. So
Yeah, since you can have multiple profile types on your account, like usually you have a makeup artist who is really a good model and stuff, or a photographer and retoucher. So we want to have multiple profile types, like divided into sections on your account.
yeah. So for example, I've clicked into your cinematographer, and then there's videos. So these are like hosted on YouTube, I guess, and then
You can post any kind of link
yeah,
and it will
link
show up.
there. So you could what Vimeo as well? That's another one you could have, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got various videos there, so people can come on and see examples of your work, which is cool.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to let you explain to us a bit more about this idea. Like, for example, this picture here has got something written on the bottom of it: pending payout, $3.09. Tell me
Yes.
a bit about, because this is a very new innovation and kind of a bit of a world first, etc., etc. So can you, in simple language, just explain the gist of that for us?
It is. I'll try to be as simple as possible. Actually, this option appeared like a few weeks ago, and this is the blockchain. Everybody's hearing about the blockchain. Everybody knows Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is not the only application of the blockchain technology. And what does the blockchain do to the internet right now is like in comparison what internet did to communication in 1990s. So basically, it's a new paradigm that allows to do crazy things on the internet. And its all simplicity, blockchain is just a ledger of different transactions, like a list of different transactions, which are immutable. And this allows to do a thing like Steemit did with Steem blockchain. It allows to build a social media website or any type of social media portal where people get rewards for sharing the content. And the main idea under this is that the value that you are creating on a website, like Facebook, Instagram, or you name it, does not get transferred to you. So you make a post, you create content, you create value, and you get nothing out back to it. Facebook is valued at $500 billion, and probably most of the photographers are even paying to get exposure on these websites by paying ads and stuff. So the main idea is that when you share your content on the platform, there is a reward pool each month that gets distributed to all the people that share that content, which is based on the promote system, on the like system. So the more people like your content, the more percentage of the reward pool you get as a payment. Of course, it is in a cryptocurrency that is called Steem, and cryptos are still quite new and hard to grasp and understand. You need to have an online exchange account where you can change it for real money. But I've discovered this platform like 3 months ago. I do what I used to do. I just love sharing images that I create, and I've earned more than $1,000 just for doing that. So I think it's pretty viable option, having in mind it's at very, very early stages, and it will pick up. It will change the way the social media works. There are many ongoing projects like replicating Instagram and stuff. So we'll have to wait and see, but I think this is going to be huge. So because right now you're getting real money for sharing your content that you're creating. I believe it's perfect, yeah. And that is why we are not going to any venture capital firm, as going to venture capital or getting funded would allow us to advertise the product with all the words like scenarios where you have another people on board that tell you what to do or what not to do. And getting that traction is really difficult, but people are joining up BeScouted right now. They start earning and they're spreading that word of mouth because it's really a good incentive for people to come share their work and get paid for it. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
in the future, I'm sure you will be able to sustain your lifestyle or what you do just for sharing and creating content for some platform, just like doing this. Because on Steemit, the guys that are there for a year and so, and even more, who have gathered a following, they're earning $100, $200 a post.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's quite an interesting thing. So I'll get the web details off of you because as it stands, again, without getting too much into complexities, a user kind of would subscribe to BeScouted, but in addition, at the moment, the way it would work, would subscribe to, did you say Steemit?
Steemit, yes. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, and we'll put that in the notes that go with the video. So, and then once you're a member of BeScouted, you can link the two together.
Yes.
And then it automatically works out that you're posting your image on BeScouted, and it knows that you're also in the
Yes, actually what it does, it cross-posts to both platforms because Steemit is a blogging platform.
Right, okay.
And it's more writing blogs and stuff. It's not so good for photography because different types of content need different discovery, and all the images that show on Steemit are small and it's not convenient to look. That is why we just get rid of sleep for 1 month, and we connected the platform and upload it on BeScouted and get paid like they're posting on Steam.
So you've been working hard, my friend, by the sound of it, to make this happen. But
Yeah.
but again, the theory there is excellent, and so it's just a case of, I think, all of us trying to grasp it and go with it, and then see where it leads. But I mean, ultimately, it is a concept that hopefully it will appeal to people. The idea
Yeah, just
that
imagine, like, if Facebook has a valuation of 500 billion
yeah,
dollars, like, and all that value lies just in the content that is being posted in Facebook. If nobody was posting to Facebook, Facebook would have no value at all whatsoever. So the content is the king. The guys that create the content are not getting anything out of it, sometimes even paying to get exposure, and I think this is wrong. I think that people should get paid, should get rewarded
yeah,
and time and effort.
it is a great it's a great the concept is great. It's sort of like
Because it's
going
right.
back. Well, yeah, it's ethically much better, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
it's like saying, you're the people that have done this, put this together, and therefore you get some reward for your efforts, as opposed to the other way around. Whereas, yeah, it is a very, very good idea, and I hope it takes off, because
Yeah,
it's
and
refreshing.
even going further, like on the most websites, they have to monetize it somehow to pay for the servers and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
for
sold
sure.
my photography gear to finance my startup. So, but anyway, the thing that you have to do is just like buy a membership, right?
Yes,
Because you have to support the all the hardware part, the software development and stuff.
sure.
What this paradigm or this concept allows you to do is you sharing the content, and while you're sharing the content, you're getting the rewards. At the
Yeah.
same time, once you hold a certain amount of that token in your wallet, like in your instance, you have $1, but if you post,
Yeah, don't keep rubbing it in.
if you keep posting and start earning more,
Yeah,
you eventually have, let's say, 500. Yep.
yeah.
So at that point, you can make a choice if you want to cash it out for real money, for fiat currency. I wouldn't say it's real money, but because it isn't. But anyway, it's a crypto anarchist stuff. But we will not venture into that one.
No, no, no. Steady on.
Yeah. Since when you have a balance of 500, let's say,
Yeah,
certain levels of memberships will unlock to you,
yeah,
simply because of the fact that it means that you are creating the quality content that people like, right? Otherwise, you will not get the rewards.
yeah,
So if you're creating the quality content that community loves, so you're providing value to the community, so we unlock different options, features, and membership tiers for you for free, just so you continue doing what you do the best. At some point, you might get fed up or find a better solution. You can sell the tokens and go on the other platform. So in that case, you earn money for doing the content. You get all the features because you are a good content provider. And at the same time, the price of the token might even increase, the price of the currency. Look what's happening to Bitcoin. But anyway, the same would happen to Steam as well, to Steam token. And basically, it's a win-win situation. But
yeah.
as everywhere else, the first ones who get in the first on the platform and start using it will reap the best benefits.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like that.
Yeah, you're right. Like early adopters with all these new innovations, get to sort of be in a good position in whichever one it is.
Exactly. Like you probably heard yourself, oh, if I only signed on YouTube when it started. Oh, if I only signed up on Instagram when it started, like, you know. But
Yeah,
they have psychology that some of them are like pioneers and they try things and
yeah.
risk takers. Sometimes they lose, sometimes they win. But you cannot win without taking some certain kind of risk, especially when it doesn't cost you anything, just
Yeah.
some portion of your time, of course. But
Yeah, but no,
like,
it's good. I mean, what's clear again is the ethos that the creatives are at the center, as opposed to a big corporation being at the center. There's a difference there, isn't there? There's a real
Yes,
fundamental difference.
it's a
That
blockchain and it's decentralized. That's the
yeah,
whole point of the blockchain. You have
yeah,
no center.
yeah. It's fascinating. Which, in a way, when you think of the internet itself, it's when it's at its purest form, it's kind of interconnections, isn't it, of people and places and stuff. Without, it's kind of like you don't have to go through, a central point. You can connect with each other. I mean, that's when
It's
it's
web.
working at its
Yeah.
purest form. So it's because I'm getting deep now. I can't get too deep and philosophical at this time of day. But yeah, no, I think BeScouted. I think you've obviously poured a lot of your life and energy and effort into creating something which is cool, and it's still growing and still evolving and still getting known, and different features have been added over time, and it's I just want to see it do well because I think it's really really good because its ethos is good, and that's really encouraging.
Well, the other thing is also that if you click on an image, let's say on the black and white with the lady with a phone,
Yeah.
since you are connected to Steemit, you will see the comment section below.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
After
so
the
you
Bitcoin fork.
yeah, that's another tech crypto geek anarchist term, like the Bitcoin is going fork, and like it's a deep thing to explain again. But anyway, you can see the comments if you scroll down a bit.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
I totally love this one.
Yeah, so since you are connected to Steemit, the point is that any type of content that you're creating, be it a picture or a nice and good comment, can be promoted and earn you money.
Goodness me.
Yeah,
So
see, so you might not even be a photographer, but if you can leave a valuable advice or opinion,
yeah.
it can be upvoted and you would get paid. You will get rewards for that because you're
Wow.
creating the content. And the content is not just the images. It's anything
Right.
that we create, like the comments, the text, the music, whatever.
And this part is this kind of automatic. So like if you've uploaded this image here on this platform because you're linked in to Steemit,
Yes,
Steemit users see this image on
yes,
their whatever feed, and then they can put a comment on it, and
yes.
then
The,
and
the
then
comment field is shared across the platforms.
okay, okay, cool. Okay, it's really cool. Is there anything else you want to tell me about BeScouted in terms of? I think we've got a pretty good feel for it. I mean, as I say, I mean, as it develops, hopefully um, there will be this more of this aspect of brands and production companies kind of coming on board and seeing models that they might want to use for their projects and photographers and created, and with the word itself they might get scouted so to speak.
Yeah, actually, there is so much talent, and maybe I'd like to add that not just like the models that we know
Yeah.
should and can and must, or no, yeah, should should sign up on the platform because with the changes in the advertising business or like industry, they're looking for different kind of models, not just like the classic ones you see on the catwalks.
Yeah.
Like sometimes for a video clip, they need a person who's really looking like a fisher, just like this. He has those traits and stuff. So in the future, we're planning to add like image-based search of a model as well. But well, it's in the future. Like you
Yeah.
upload an image of certain look and style, and it will just pop you out all the talents needed that look similar and stuff. So I would encourage everybody sign up because well, when I was working as a photographer for commercial industry, they would look for a model who can do a bike flip, like backflip on a bicycle, and you cannot find that in an agency. And advertising companies are really troubled with finding ones. They go on the street, they go to the places, and they just do it manually. So this is another aspect probably worth mentioning that anybody can be a model, anybody can be an actor, anybody can be a photographer provided he puts in effort, time, and learning and practice and stuff.
Yeah, you do, yeah. Yeah, I think that's. I'm glad you said that because there's a lot of people do think that yeah, I've got a smartphone or I bought a camera, so now I'm a photographer.
That's what I
uh,
did in the
I,
beginning, remember, yeah.
it does take a bit of a while. I've just zoomed in on one of my pictures just to show that I do use this platform and I'm not just a front man for it or something. I like it, and here's one of my a bit of self promotion here.
Sure.
This is a picture of a model called Carla North, and she's fab.
Oh, I
Um,
met her in UK, right? She's
yes, and
model.
you've met Carla because
Yes.
you came along onto a shoot that we were doing, and Carla was there and modeling. So you can back me up that she is good.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, um, but it's different. So there's actually a blogger that I work with. Um, she's sort of gradually developing. She's really good. She's not really a model, but I think she could be. She,
Anybody can be a model, you see?
but she's a stylist and a qualified fashion designer. But she's building up a fashion blog. So she's yeah, I've been taking a lot of photographs of her, and so it's quite cool.
You should make an introduction.
Yeah,
Would like to get featured on her blog too.
yeah. So it's I'm just saying it's a great. I'm just flicking around here a bit just to give a flavour of a few images. That's her as well.
Wow.
Name her
Great.
name's her name's Danny Martinelli. Um, she's great. But it's there's Carla again. But yeah, it's a great
Yeah, another thing that when you scroll on the images right now, you can tag photo shoot participants on each.
yeah over here. I've put the
So
model's
if you
name
got
and stuff.
interested with a model, you just click on the name and we'll go to the profile of the model. You can contact her and ask for a photo shoot and stuff.
Um, yeah. Oh, there you go. That's one of mine with some little some sort of comment thing. I haven't really, to be honest, I haven't really taken on board the comment thing myself. So it's quite. I'm glad we're having this chat because
Yeah.
I'm learning as well. You never stop learning.
No,
You
because
never
it's a
stop
recent addition
learning.
just came on like a few days ago.
You never stop learning though. But I mean, broadening it out to photography. I mean, it's still a journey of discovery for me. Every day I learn different stuff on different shoots, and it's great. I love the journey itself. We'll never get to the destination, but
No, there is no destination. It's all about the journey.
yeah. Oh yeah. There's a Sadie Ann. She's a special model. Um,
Yeah, I love the striped outfit a lot.
Yeah, it's that was in like a really nice like an old fashioned big like manor house type lodge that the couple of us got together and we hired out for a shoot with some different models and some designer clothes, and oh, it was a fantastic day. But it was
Nice. The emotion, the angles, like,
she's a very expressive model. She's really good. She can give you different shapes, different emotions, and yeah, we've worked together a lot. It's funny every time you look at an image, you kind of remember the backstory, don't you? You kind of think, oh yeah, on that day this happened. I had a really good cake that day. It was
oh
fantastic.
yes, I
You know,
remember that cake you brought to the photo shoot with Carla where we met. The
yeah.
brown, yeah.
So cake, yeah, cake's always an important part of my photography.
Uh,
um, but yeah, that's been. Oh, there she is again. Different emotion.
melancholic, like really actress shot.
Um,
She can express it and you can capture it.
it's
And color toning adds a lot to it.
yeah, a little bit of different elements thrown in there. Yeah, but
All the little pieces that come up to a great image, Everything matters, just every tiny bit.
yeah, I think you're right. That's actually one of the things I kind of like about fashion shoots. And I mean, if I'm just doing sometimes it's literally just me and a model, but sometimes it really is a big team. It is a stylist, a designer, a makeup artist, and like a whole. And I really kind of like those ones in a way because I like. that we all pull together and try and get the shot, so to speak. And I love that. I kind of like that aspect. I am happy just me and the model as well, but there's something about that team ethic that sits well with me, with everybody sort of chipping in, and I like it that you sometimes get extra ideas with other people about, and I'm always open to. I mean, I'll have a vision, but I
It's a
like to.
teamwork, right?
Yeah, I like to hear other people's input because I don't have a monopoly on all the good ideas.
No, no,
Um,
no, no.
uh, and I think it's a good idea to be open to other ideas, so to speak. So it's um, it's cool. Anyway, I'm
And by the
meandering now.
way, Tim, by the way, out of that $1 that you have earned already,
Oh,
this is your top earner. I can see 61 cents just for uploading this image.
all right, okay. So that means ultimately my $1 is going to go up.
Yeah, of course.
Good. This is great news. I'll be able to buy another slice of cake at this rate. This is great.
Yeah, you can finance a cake like industry out of for the photo shoots from your earnings here.
Great. That's great. So, anything else you want to tell me about BeScouted or but what you're up to? Because
Well,
I think it's
actually, we might be looking for funding because this goes too slow. And as far as I know, the people that come on the platform, they generally like it. They stay and they come back all the time. The
yeah.
only thing that we need to do is to get more traction, more visibility. And I'm just afraid that I'm missing out those people who don't know about BeScouted because again, almost spoiled the video. I'm bad at marketing. So,
uh, well,
well,
and I suppose you have to strike a balance because, like you say, if you get tons of funding in and tons of investors that want to kind of like ruin the whole thing, that would be bad. But
yeah,
to have some financial backing that would help you move forward faster without it wrecking the whole ship, sort of thing, would be
that's
helpful.
the difficult part, Tim.
Yeah,
Finding the balance is always the most difficult part
fair
of
enough.
everything in life. So we are struggling. We are working on it. We're trying to find out. We're holding on. So we're just
Yeah.
hoping that the community will pick it up and try it and use it and like it, leave their comments that we can make adjustments, what has to be implemented, changed, fixed. It's in the development, and we want BeScouted to be a community built by the community, not by some VC firm. That's why we're doing this on a bootstrap basis.
Yeah, it's
Basically.
it's it's well, congratulations on what you've achieved so far because yeah, I think it's fab, and be encouraged and keep going, and we're going to have to get together for more cake and coffee at some time.
Oh, definitely so.
And
Definitely.
eventually, I know I've got an invitation to come over there, so maybe I'll have to see if I can work that into my agenda. And
Yeah.
no doubt you'll be back in the UK at some point.
Yeah, I have
So,
no doubt that you will be buying your plane ticket with your BeScouted earnings.
oh yeah, good thinking. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like your style. I like your thinking, mate.
Yeah, we create a casting here. We get some models. We do a photo shoot. We can do a video about that. I think
Yes, yes.
love it.
Oh, look, you're enticing me now. Now you're gonna. All you've got to tell me is there's some sort of special cake that's special to your country that will entice me.
Yeah, I'll get you some cake that is special to our country.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you're really selling it to me now, mate. So you are good at marketing after all.
Well, on the personal level, yes,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay then. Got any final thoughts for us about anything photography related or about anything? Any
It's just
wisdom? What any wisdom you live by? Any little nuggets?
my only wisdom is persistence. Like we've been doing this for free for 4 years. We have really low times. We have high times like this, like we're having right now,
Okay.
which is probably the reason why we are doing this. I believe that community has to earn and be able to sustain their living, or at least portion of their income from photography, because this is really valuable content that is being used by everybody else, but the freelancers themselves, which is not fair. We'll do everything we can to fix it. But other than that, I see a lot of people going out of business, losing hope, because they need to like feed the families and stuff.
Sure.
So let's just all join up. Let's
Okay.
make it grow,
Yeah.
and let's just take control into our hands and let cut out the middlemen. I mean, they're taking like 70% for the work that.
Okay.
It's,
So so
I'll be silent here, but
so persistence is good, which I agree with that 100%. Persistence and just kind of pulling together, and if there's like if there's something good and positive, let's embrace it and get behind it and get going with it, rather than just settling for drifting backwards kind of thing. So yeah, I think that's a positive note to end this Talking Togs chat interview. Call it what you like. Two mates nattering on. Okay, brilliant. Well, thank you very much for this interview. It's been really good with this chat. I don't know how you term it, but it's been cool, really good. So
yeah,
thanks ever so much.
friendly talk, yeah.
And we'll chat again soon. And
I hope so. Thank you for inviting me and getting me on this. I never been on video before myself. Always staying behind the camera, so
it's good. It's good. It's been brilliant, mate. Well, I wish you well, and we'll talk again soon.
okay, mate. See you soon then.
Cheers, then. Bye. Bye.
Bye.